Hello, Katja here, and today I have an idea. I will do a canvas. I will use Chipboard from AB.Studio, and I have these gorgeous wings named 150. I also have some gears from in Chipboard 74, also from AB.Studio. Gorgeous products, and I have a plan to do a canvas with the wings and this face, and also some dried old brushes. Will I manage this? I will try out. I have an idea and you can follow my process. I start to add some texture. I don't want the background to be too busy, so I'm adding texture, white crackle paste from Finnabair, and I'm using it with a crackle paste, and I add more on some places and less on some places. More crackle paste you have, bigger crackles you have. And with the crackle paste, it's necessary that you don't heat it, because my experience is that you need to dry it by itself. So I will leave it over the night to dry. Now time for the gears, and they are so easy to pick out. So I will always keep the small things, and I think the gears will be perfect on my project to mix the more soft and have more gears. And I'm thinking the gears have the shape of round, and I think round items on projects make something special for the eye when you do that. And I paint all my chipboards with white heavy gesso from Finnabair, and I don't know exactly in this stage what I will do, but I think it's a good idea to paint them with the gesso, so I can do anything I like. I do the same thing with the wings. In this stage I don't know what to do, and you will follow my process, and you see I'm speeding up my video a bit because it took very long time to do my canvas. I think it took about 2.5 hours, and I haven't included the heating time. So I'm trying to give you a part of my process. I have this head and this arm. This little guy hasn't any body. I was given this head from a friend of mine. Thank you, Lena. And Lena, she was giving me, and she said, you can do something fun with this. And oh yes, of course I can. So I paint this little guy, the hands and the head and things like that. I want to do it white. I was thinking to keep it like that, but I decided to paint it white. I don't like the hair, so I start with painted it with heavy gesso. I was thinking to, I don't know what I was thinking about here, to make a crown or to put hair, put yarn. I don't know in this stage. But I don't never worry about that, because when things is coming set together, it usually find its way. And you see here, I'm starting to do the hair, and then I suddenly decide I do the face also white. And you see, I changed my mind and I wipe it off. Yeah, that's how it goes, the process. Sometimes you don't know what to do, and here I'm trying to wipe off some in the face to not have it all. And I go this way sometimes before I'm happy. Yeah, my canvas is dried. Lovely crackles, and now I will add some paint. I spraying some water on my canvas, and I want to do like some kind of blue halo effect around my focal point. So I use liquid acrylic paint, the color deep turquoise, spraying and adding like a shade. And if you're having a little bit too much, it's so easy to have a baby wipe and pick off some of the colors. And I leave it for that, and I want to add a little bit more shade of emerald. It's also the liquid paint, and it's so easy to use, and it works so little, and you need only a little bit. So I want to have only a slight touch of the emerald, not too much. So you see, I go over with the baby wipe, and there are only small shades of the emerald, and I think it looks great. And I'm not worried about the middle part because I will have my focal point there. I also add my absolutely favorite color of the emerald, the burnt sienna, because I like the vintage touch, and I think the blue, the emerald and the brown matches perfectly. So you see me going over with color and a brush, and I could have used a bigger brush, but I'm picking the color out from the paint bottle, so that's why I have the small brush. So I'm picking up some of where I think it's too much with a baby wipe and go around until I'm happy. So you see, I'm working, putting on, wiping off, and put on more when I'm happy. Okay, when the color is dry, I will add my brushes. Uh, I'm so bad at having clean brushes, so I'm a little bit sad to having so many of these big brushes that have dried out because I haven't cleaned them. I think I'm a little bit better right now, but to have a use for them, so I was thinking I do something like a long dress, and you see here I'm trying out the composition, and because I want to see how I will layer my brush and how many I will use of them. So I think this can be a great use to make this canvas. And I glue them with heavy body gel, and the heavy body gel is a gel that works really fine with heavy products. It will glue everything. It's amazing. So hope you like this video. Please be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you will not miss when it comes a new video. And you can also click on the bell button and you will have a notification when a new video comes up. So please help the channel by leaving a comment and let me know what you think, and subscribe, and to give the thumbs up and leave a comment. That really helps the channel. You know, the algorithm of YouTube and everything. So please do that. Yeah, I'm working forward and leaving them for drying also for some hours. I don't use a heating gun. I'm trying to find something else to do while things are drying. And here I have decided in this part that I want to use embossing powder in gold on my wings, and the wings are just incredible, like fairy wings, so beautifully. I really love that they are in this special shape. So I try to get a really thick layer of embossing, and if you don't get so thick layer as you like, it's you can emboss the chipboard twice and heat them, and was got really golden wings. I need to add, I have now the golden wings, and I feel I need to have a little bit more gold. So I stamping with the stamp 196 from AB.Studio, and it's really small dots, and I want to do in the same gold color to do the heating, and that is only to give a little bit extra effect, because I believe around where I'm thinking to have the gears, I want to have little extra like a shimmer or extra effect. So you see, it gives like a little bit extra interest. And that I was wanted to have in gold and some shiny. Okay, now when I have come so far, I decide that the chipboards need I will do them in rust. I'm thinking to do them in rust, and I'm thinking they will not get so much to not destroy the focal point. So here I'm a little bit confused if I would do in rust or not, but I decide I do them. And you like you notice I'm speeding up the video in some parts only to see that I'm having 3 different shades, starting with the dark brown and then the rusty red and then the yellow, to have my rustic gears, and only a little bit of the yellow. And be sure to close your jars really well when you are finished with your paints, because they will very easy dry up. Okay, my brushes, I think they are pretty dry. I decide to that I will paint them with white heavy gesso, because I know I want to color them. So now they are white, and I'm decide to do the rust paste on these two. And I'm working with the small pencil, uh, no brush, because I want to add the rust paste in the gaps of the brushes. So I'm doing the same here. And now I'm adding the liquid acrylic paint again here on the rust paste. I use the burnt sienna, and I'm focus in the gaps because I want to have the extra shadow. And brown on brown, of course, the liquid acrylic paints gets a gorgeous effect if you have it's really intense, a little bit glossy, and it makes the rust paste like pop out on some places. And I just love the effect of to give that. And also I'm trying to do like a shadow behind the brushes to get the effect that I like. Now time for the wings, and I'm having a Chipboard for help and the Heavy Body for help. So because I want the wings to stay on the a little bit popping out, to not be so flat on the canvas, so I'm adding the chipboard's pieces in the back, so they really want to stay the way how I like it. So the Heavy Body Gel, perfect for gluing things that you want to stay. So, and wow, yes, that is how I wanted the wings to pop out from the little guy, and that's the effect what I like. So it start to turn out really fun project, and the wings are just incredible. So it's time to even glue the guy and leave it. And when you glue this heavy stuff, it's very important that you heat it or leave it. And that what the thing with this product, that it need a lot of time with different steps that need to be dry before I could work. So now you see me placing the chipboards. It's kind of like framing the canvas. So I'm cutting them on the middle and placing them on only 3 places. And when I do like this, I'm like framing my canvas. And to not show them, because I don't want the gears to be in focus. Okay, time for the liquid acrylic paint again, and I didn't know how much paint I wanted, so in the bottle I have add water and the burnt sienna, and I'm starting to have this fabric painted, and I wanted it like 2 different shades, and I realized that I need much more color, so I'm adding it, and that's perfect because you use a little bit paint and then much more. And I'm not a fan of using gloves, but here I must do that. And now my fabrics is dry and glue. I will use the soft matte gel. I'm having that in my hands, and I'm adding soft matte gel in my fabric, and really I want to add the soft matte gel all around it. So now I'm trying to do like a little bit like a dress here on my little guy, and try to organize how I want it, and underneath there, and that's just perfect, like a dress, so it will match the brushes more. And when I'm happy, I think I have the 3D matte gel, and I'm adding a pretty big blob under and try to place it and stick it, and it take a little bit time because the soft mall of the dress also need to dry. So I'm picking and try to fix, and I'm adding 2 layers of this fabric so it will stay there. I also adding a little bit extra. I have a dry baby wipe to like push it up a little bit and try to place them how I like. And while it's drying, I decide his head need to be in gold. And I'm also adding a bit of gold. I have metallic acrylic metallic paint from Finn, and I wanted to have a touch of gold. And here I'm also adding it on his head, and I was trying out John and different kind of thing, but I find something for Christmas on his head. And I'm so sorry, but my camera was out. I was adding also some old book pages under the dress. And here I have a metallic embellishment, a heart, and I have colored it with the liquid acrylic paint. And to have like a special touch, I have metallic paint in gold. So it gets a little bit shiny, and add also a sentiment in gold with a sentiment from Finnabair's words, soul. So now I need to frame it like once more, and now I'm adding white heavy gesso, and I will dry brushing it, my canvas, and you see how I have been dry brushing it all around and adding my soul heart for this guy. And hope you enjoy the video, and be sure to watch all the pictures in the end that show you my little guy, and hope you enjoy it. And I'm really happy for my soul canvas. It's soulful and a little bit like clear in the text here, and leave it for drying, and I'm so happy. Be sure to give the thumbs up, and hope to see you soon again in the next tutorial. Have a lovely day. Thank you.